Because let's think about it, right? I remember being a child. Now I'm not gonna say back in the day, but I remember being a child, and my gratefulness towards my providers was very slim to none, right?
Oh, yeah.
I expect to have food in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So as a provider, he's a father as well, so he's providing for his children. And it's like, we're talking about gratitude, but what happens when you're giving so much and you actually never really get any gratitude, or you might not get that gratitude for maybe 20 years when they're adults?
That happens a lot, actually. It happens a lot culturally. I think it happens a lot more here.
Y'all on fire
in the
tonight, man.
States. Yeah.
Y'all on fire tonight. That was like a perfect question.
Yeah.
That was like one of the best questions you could have asked.
Yeah.
Now, let me respond to that in a diplomatic but straightforward way, right?
And what are you about to do? Because
I said
he's gonna respond.
I said let me respond to your question in
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
So
let me zoom in on you.
you've been zooming. Anyways, so there's a difference between gratitude and entitlement. And what you're speaking about is entitlement. So when you expect, you set yourself up to be disappointed at all times. That's why expectations is not necessarily good. You know what I mean? Actions with thoughts to back those actions is more effective than having expectations, right? So when when you express gratitude, or when you're a person who is perceived to exert gratitude, it puts you in a place of, I would say, humbleness, versus entitlement is more so prideful, because it's like, okay, you know how back in the days we were taught to work hard. You know what I mean? Like there was some substance fulfillment in working hard and achieving certain things. Versus now it's like the advent of the internet has changed the whole dynamics of how people see things like that. It's more so, oh, he's 20 years old and he's a big TikToker making thousands of dollars. At least that's what they perceive him to be making. But they don't look into the fact that, hey, you know what, this person may be struggling with drug addiction. They could be struggling with relationship things, and they're putting on a persona for the thing, So that thought process becomes entitlement for a young person watching that TikToker and really trying to how do you say, imitate that lifestyle.
Okay, yeah. So
they're trying to imitate that lifestyle. So it's like you feel entitled to that because he got that. He's young as me. Why should I work hard? Versus, I'm gonna work hard. We live in two different lives. You know what I mean? I don't know what the outcome of his life is gonna be as a result of this image that he portrays to the world. So I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna put my work in, and when I achieve what I achieve, I'll feel fulfilled, and I don't have to worry about nothing happening to me and things of that nature. Because let's think about it, like the internet or social media is a lie life. It's a lie life. You're living a lie. You're living a lie. Because
I'm funny. I'm just as funny as him. I'm better looking. I'm more charismatic. How come I can't have the same opportunity he had?
You can, but how are you gonna go about getting it? Is the question. Are you entitled to it just by default, or are you gonna comprise a plan that's gonna ultimately get you there and set a timeline? Like, I wanna own a house. I wanna invest in real estate. I can do there's multiple ways to do it in this day and age. I can go and sell drugs. I can scam. Nah, I used to. I'm just kidding. Never. But anyways, so I can decide how I want to approach it. It's not about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do to get what you want, ultimately. And if you have an entitlement mindset, then there's no space for gratitude. Because what are you thankful about? You just want to get it. And as long as you get there, however you get there, that's what you're concerned with. You know what I'm saying? So,
especially like as a teen, like as a kid or a teen, like it has to be something that you see, and or that you're taught. And so sometimes, unfortunately, like you were saying, through social media, a lot of the kids see like this family, that family living, and then now you're home, and now your parent is struggling with an addiction, or now, so at that age, sometimes it's hard to find that space of like, I'm grateful for this, because you don't see the value in it. You're just comparing yourself. Like they say, comparison is a thief of joy, So
say that again.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Definitely.
So
That's true.
It's something that we've all experienced, or a lot of people have experienced at a certain point in their life, especially when you're coming from a a home, like a first-time generation being in the States, or coming from poverty, or coming from, things that we're trying to break free from. Finding that, like, oh, I'm thankful for this, I'm grateful for this. It is a challenge. It is a challenge, and we have to find ways on how to teach that and inspire others, be that, because sometimes we can be drinking a coffee and somebody's like, oh my gosh, this coffee is nasty, it's too hot, it's too, this, whatever. But the other person can be like, I'm so grateful to be drinking this coffee, because maybe
something warm.
Maybe that was the only coffee they've been able to afford in a month.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they're grateful to have that, even no matter how it tastes.
Two things. The first one, I just forgot. The second one is, don't you think you guys sound a little cheesy though?
No.
A little cliche. It's like,
no.
I'm happy to be breathing. I'm happy that I'm not bald. I'm happy that I got a beard.
Nah, I can go deeper, bro. I can go a little deeper.
No. I'm gonna say why I don't think that, because whenever you have been through a difficult time in your life, you truly are happy for those things. So,
true.
Whenever you truly experienced challenging things, you're like, I'm so grateful for this. It's just gonna come like a second nature to you.
Oh, something just clicked in my head though, because I am entitled. I was born. I may not look it, but I'm a young man. I was born in an age where I don't have to work hard, and I was born in the United States with internet and cell phone. So, and my microwave works. So within 5 minutes, I got a full-fledged meal that I can eat with no effort put in. So it's very hard for me to understand. You guys are basically saying the journey is, kind of the reward as well as the finish line, right? But I'm always at the finish line because everything I want, I can get access to or get it relatively fast within 2 days.
It's not what you have, and like you can eat a 5-course meal, you can eat a whatever, you can eat noodles. It's your mindset.
That's what it boils down to.
You can say, oh, I have this fancy meal in front of me. Just being grateful for that. That's what we're trying to get. It doesn't matter if it's the minimum or the maximum. It's the mindset, because a lot that actually. Being grateful for things pushes you into a better space.
I got a question then.
Yeah.
Because the disconnect, I'm just not. Sometimes we really just got to experience it. So what you.
With a man from like caveman,
Yeah.
we got him.
So the question is like, are you saying since I'm having a problem understanding, you can, like for example, each generation, you generally don't go through what your parents went through, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how can I?
We're not supposed to.
We're not supposed to.
We're not supposed to, right? That's me. But so.
Sometimes you go through worse. On different levels, but go ahead.
But so it's like, they went through the horse and carriage. I got a vehicle, I got a car, I can drive where I want to. So
I gotta deal with a flat tire. Now you gotta deal with
Oh, so you're saying like
brakes. Now you gotta deal with wipers on your windows. Now you gotta deal with
transmission, engine,
somebody breaking in your car.
Versus somebody killing a horse.
Yeah, versus your horse dying or.
So new opportunities breed new challenges. So it's always going to be a challenge. You have to determine how you channel that. Now, all right. So I'm gonna give you a scenario.